Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Or's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Good, you're getting too long in the announcement when I have breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh?
Yes, our favorite Star Wars game of all time.
All time.
Of all time. I read a book about it.
Oh my god.
Life-changing. You know Hunters? Hunters that came out on mobile and on the Nintendo Switch.
Which I played like 2 or 3 times on my phone, and I'm like, this...
I think you didn't like playing it on your phone.
I couldn't stand playing it.
Well,
I
fine.
don't have...
You're fine. It's coming to PC. You know why it's coming to PC? Because it's doing so well.
What? Really?
Yeah. It's actually like one of the studio, Zynga, that did it. This is like their first ever product that's doing so well. They're like, well, let's bring it to PC so more people can play.
Yeah, because I thought it was just supposed to be...
No, it's been doing phenomenal. We have a Switch,
but I was so discouraged by playing it on the phone. And you played it a little more than I did even. But we were going to do a lot about that. We were going to like do videos on it and play, and I was like, I can't really do this.
They specifically said, we're so grateful for the amazing support you've shown us on Switch and mobile. We're eager to bring that same community spirit over to PC. I mean, come on.
Let's do it.
It's time,
Let's
man.
play it, me versus you. Can we do that?
They're kind of rolling it. Well, I'm sure we can. We can be friends and stuff in there.
Well,
they're going to be rolling out the Steam playtests in stages. The Steam playtest signups are open now. So if you want to try and be in on their playtesting, you can try and sign up and get in. The first Steam playtest, December 13th through the 16th. The second Steam playtest is January 10th through the 13th, and Early Access launches on January 28th. Early Access in the playtest gets you, like, access to stuff during that time, I think.
I thought this was like a free-to-play thing, or am I mistaken?
It is going to be free.
Oh, well then why is there, like, Early Access? Wouldn't that just be access? Because usually Early Access implies you,
it's because the game's not going to be fully ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just like,
Early
here's
Access
the unfinished game. Anybody can play.
Gets you the Battlefield of the Coruscant Underground. There's a new hunter that's coming with that.
Oh.
Yeah. There will be cross-platform progression in crossplay, so it's going to get introduced to the rest of... Because it's going to start the playtesting within itself.
The game. All right.
Well, it's going to start playtest within itself, and then it's going to be like, now we can play with the mobile players too. Speaking
of mobile, can I take my character who has played like 2 matches on mobile and play him on the PC? Is it cross...
I don't know. I don't know that yet, but plenty to look at. And if you haven't tried it, it gives you an opportunity to try on the PC if you're like, I had a mobile game,
I'm not big into mobile games,
Other interesting news, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, the release date got updated. It got moved up one day, so it's going to be episodes 1 and 2 are Monday of next week, but then after that they're going to go back to the Tuesday for new episodes.
Any reason why?
They did not give a reason. They just think everyone's so excited you get one day earlier. Part of me wonders if it's because they're releasing it on that Saturday to movie theaters. I don't know, because then you might as well put it like the same day. But
yeah, like
I don't know.
That feels. It feels just like a weird decision. I'm not. That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know what kind of weird scheduling conflicts they have, but one day earlier.
Had to be a reason for it. You don't just do it, right?
Right. Now let's move on to talking about Andor.
Sounds perfect to me. From Hunters to Andor, the
going the whole spectrum.
Yep.
All right, so the Empire article that is coming out, there are some interesting quotes of note, and we're going to touch on a few of them, because the article is too long for us to touch on all at once. So the first thing of note, Tony Gilroy said, the critical appreciation of the show was really helpful, if not essential, in helping Disney choke down the price of what this is. I never got any notes. Now, you have to compare this to Rogue One, where he said that he had so many notes telling him things like no mirrors, no paper, no knives. Like, he had note after note of how to do this Rogue One, how to do this Star Wars. Yeah, no mirrors.
What are there, vampires that we have to keep away
from? I don't know what the reason was. Could it be they were so worried about confined corners or something that they're I don't know. But I like that it was the critical appreciation of the show. That Disney's like, we have to back off because he knows what he's doing.
Hello, hire him to do more if you can. Pay him what he needs.
This project might be very costly and expensive.
It is, we know that, yeah.
But the love that the fans gave to this show showed Disney that their money was well invested because it renewed some faith in Star Wars when it needed to.
It was really good at a time where a lot was pretty grim.
He goes on to say, in terms of creative notes, no one has come to me and said, no, they shouldn't say that. Which kind of goes to show that Tony's vision is really the entire vision of the show. Because no one came up to him and said, no, don't. Wow. The characters can't say that. The character don't do this.
So
he's gotten pretty much free reign to put his vision out there without a whole ton of interference.
So this fear that some have had that Kennedy trying to, put her little dirty
Her
hands
stamp
on the
on
show,
this, yeah.
seem to be untrue.
They do, because he himself has said that he's kind of gotten free reign, that people aren't telling him, nah, don't have this character say that. They're letting him tell his story.
Well, I mean, don't let characters say something that would feel like really out of place in Star Wars. Like, I don't know that. I mean, I think there were maybe a couple times in Andor where you're like, well, I don't think I've ever heard anything like that in Star Wars. But,
yeah, toilets.
Yeah,
You could have said refreshers.
Yes,
but
yes.
I thought it could be like in
every planet could
Earth,
have. Yeah, I mean,
like we say bathroom versus toilet.
Refresh room or
so
restroom.
Refresher might be the room, but they might still call it a toilet.
Yeah,
or it's translated for us.
It's one of those things that you can kind of let slide because here on Earth we have slang names for pretty much everything. Different cultures call things. Even different parts of the United States have different names for things like water fountains. We call them bubblers around here.
They're bubblers in Wisconsin.
Some people are out there like, what the hell are you talking about?
They're bubblers.
That's what we call them.
Okay. Now, Genevieve O'Reilly, who of course plays Mon Mothma, had something interesting to say about her daughter. Ooh. As we know that she kind of got left off in a very awkward position.
Gonna marry the guys, I can't think of his name, his son, yeah.
But what she said is, it's very much an arrangement which has the rebellion as its driving force. And yes, it's her daughter. There's a wedding that takes place. The consequences and complexities of that wedding are what will be revealed.
Is it like the Red Wedding?
Oh my gosh, no.
Probably won't be like the Red Wedding.
Yeah, there are going to be consequences. She's selling her child for the sake of the rebellion.
Hey, you don't say selling. That's too harsh.
Okay.
She's sacrificing her for the greater good. Luthen would say that this is a price that must be paid.
That's hard.
No, it's
that's a daughter.
It's crazy.
I mean, we don't know what price Luthen has paid. He might have paid with his entire family.
Well, Luthen, yeah, I mean...
So he might not see this sacrifice of Mon Mothma as a drop in the bucket.
You get the feeling whatever price Luthen has paid is literally everything, where he doesn't have anything left. Mm-hmm. He's just doing this to finish the fight.
I mean, I saw a theory out there that I thought was interesting involving Luthen. Not so much about Luthen, but that... Like, don't be surprised if you see Cassian is actually working as an agent through Luthen's shop, just like Clea.
Yeah, we saw him all fancied up.
He's all fancied up.
He looked good, yeah.
Hair combed.
That was Coruscant ready right there.
That was Coruscant ready. He could be working out of the shop or a courier or doing something for Luthen in Coruscant.
I think so.
Now, another thing to make note of, neither Ben Mendelsohn nor Tony Gilroy will comment if Tarkin's going to show up in Andor Season 2. But Gilroy does say something very interesting. He said, what's interesting is all the technology that went into Tarkin, that was like a Manhattan Project. All of that technology has been discarded. The moment machine learning came in, they don't do it that way at all now. It was like building steam cars and building the best steam car you could even possibly do. Then someone else comes along and says, we have gasoline that works a little better. Now it's completely upended.
Yeah, well...
So he's not saying no Tarkin, but he's saying technology has changed so much that it wouldn't look at all like that because it's changed.
It's like 8 years ago now. I mean, that's a long
AI
time.
With AI and stuff, and what he's saying.
I mean, let's just keep in mind that we've had a Luke in The Mandalorian, so that's...
yeah, and he...
That's obviously not Mark Hamill.
He looked better than Tarkin did in Rogue One.
Yeah, it didn't look perfect, but looks better, so... The idea that it would be like any kind of budget restraint or anything like that would hold him back, I don't think that would be the case. It's all a matter of does he fit in the story.
Luke was like a moving model. He wasn't just sitting still like Tarkin, who was just standing and talking most of it, So there's something to be said there.
Yeah, you also have the Star Trek unification thing recently, which I know you haven't seen it. Though you like Star Trek, you should watch it. I've been meaning to pester you enough to go and watch it.
Not at all. It's the first I'm hearing about it.
I know. Sorry. I failed.
Yeah.
The city.
But this is just a taste of the article.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, the article is longer, and there's more that I have to sift through to find all the good stuff.
More, do you speak?
But I like that they didn't rule out that Tarkin will be in there. I think he will be in there, and I think he's going to be brand new technology, and he's going to look much better.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in there.
I think so, too. I'm interested to see how good the new version of Tarkin 2.0.
3.0, I think.
3.0? Right? I don't even know. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he'd be 3.
Yeah.
You can't disrespect the OG.
No. Peter Cushing, respect to him.
Respect to him. Respect to his slippers.
Yeah. He did not. Hey, when you're a Moff, you don't have to wear shoes on the Death Star or boots or anything.
You're the boss. You wear slippers.
Yeah. You could have ran around there.
Barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot.
Thank you.
And on that note, That's all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take it to the comments below. Let us know what you think of any and all of today's news. Do you want to see Tarkin in Cassian Andor Season 2?
Do you want to watch Thor play Hunters?
Yeah, do you want to watch us play some Hunters?
Maybe.
Whatever the case may be, we're going to do that. Or we're doing it
Yeah.
whenever it comes out, which I think you said was January for early access.
Well, we can get into early access, register for it now.
We can.
Or we could
We're
just play it
content
on the
creators.
Switch,
they might
so-
even they might give us a little bump in there.
I'm
huh?
sure. I'm sure it'll make up for my skill
Anybody's
deficits, too.
Anybody willing to talk about the game, I'm sure they'll come up, right? But anyway, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.